Was it scary, like, making that decision? Because I know I mean, that's a lot of pressure, right? I know even when me going to Iowa as an athlete, there's an expectation, there's a standard, and if you don't reach that standard, then, for me, it's like, "Okay, they're gonna kick you out of here." That's how I feel as a wrestler. Those thoughts come in your head, the doubt, those thoughts, and ho talk about the doubts and how do you overcome them?
Yeah. I mean, I think the scary part for me is I don't wanna fail anyone, right? I wanna make sure that I'm doing everything I can for the people I get to work with, the woman that chose Iowa, the people I get to work with, like Coach Mayhem, Coach Tanya, our support staff, the administration, everybody, right? I don't For me, it's like, I don't wanna let no one down, just probably similar to maybe you as a wrestler, you wanna, live up to trying to, you know, be competitive and be your best. You might like myself included, unfortunately experienced our first national championship loss, like it sucks. That was hard, but it's at the end of the day, it's like, today is not that sunny, but the sun came out the next day and you just self-reflect and you continue to work towards like what what could be better, what could be done differently, or what stays the same. I think that's just really the journey of life, in its essence. I think it's hard at times to expect great success day in and day out. Like, we're not machines, we're humans. People go through a lot of different things at different times, and um, it's how to continue to push forward and move forward and be resilient after you know kind of feeling like we didn't accomplish what we would have.
For sure, and I always like to say process over results, right? So long as you're getting better and you keep growing, that's all that matters. And what year is this now for you at Iowa?
So I started 2022, so, like, this is my 4th year.
And how has the team been so far? Talk a little bit about the accomplishments you and Iowa had accomplished together in the past 4 years.
Uh, okay, I'm terrible with stats, so I'm not gonna throw out a number
It's alright.
like
It's alright.
that, but,
Mhm.
I think, it's been fun growing the program here at Iowa with the women that we have. Our 1st year, we started off with 15, and everyone was redshirting, and then now we're fast forwarding to today, we're at the 30 cap. We're the only Division One program that, is involved in rev share, so, we do have a 30 roster cap as well. We had 9 All-Americans this year, 3 national champions this year. The last 2 years that we competed, it was considered National Collegiate Women's Wrestling Championships, NCWWC. Um, and we l so last year we had probably our best performance, 15 for 15 went All-Americans, and, so that that's the only time we'll ever have 15 compete at a national championships. Moving forward, it being NCAA, we have 10 that get to compete and represent Iowa.
Nice. And you got a lot of great athletes on your team. 3 of them that come to mind, Kennedy Blaze, Kylie Walker, and a new freshman from Florida,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yep.
Val,
Yeah.
I can't pronounce her last name, so I apologize.
Memorial.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those 3 obviously great leaders in the room, you can see from the outside. Talk about their mindset or their work ethic as athletes.
Yeah.
How
They're
awesome are they?
competitors. They love to compete,
Mm,
and they're always curious. They're always asking questions of different things, like they just wanna get better. I think Val said it in her post-match interview with JB that it was like one message she could give to people, and she said, "Just keep learning, keep growing, keep being curious," and that's what it's about. That's what we ask of them is like, how deep can you get into understanding of like who you are and where you want to be and what you want to do, whether it's on the mat or off the mat, and um I love Val, you know, she's from Panama City, Florida. She's got that swag. The Floridians got this, like, this certain swag to them
Yeah.
that I love, you know, this inner confidence, you know, that, isn't overly confident, but just something like, we're like, "You're not gonna you can try to come at me, but I'm gonna come back just as hard, if not harder," you know, like, I enjoy, like, that style.